Hello, welcome to the Tom and Will FPL show. My name is Tom.
And I'm Will, and welcome back to our weekly Fantasy Premier League show.
Yes. Hello, mate.
Hello, Pickle. How are you?
Caught you off guard then, didn't I?
Yeah, I didn't it? How's France then?
Oh, mate. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, still here. I'll be back next week. But really enjoying it, mate. Been to the beach this morning. Been getting some dad points back, actually. My
Nice.
6-year-old has been... she's been teaching me how to do front crawl. I thought I knew how to do front crawl. Apparently I don't. She's been teaching me in the pool. She's been doing that thing when she thinks she's an instructor. She's been getting one of those long noodles. She hits you on the head. She's like, go. I've been relegated down to a float. So I've taken a confidence hit this week. But today we went and did some bodyboarding on the beach. I taught her a thing or two there. Got some points back.
Nice.
How's things back home, mate?
Sweaty. It's London is a bit close at the moment. It's warm and muggy.
Excellent, fantastic. Let's move on.
Apart from that, I have nothing to report. I'm just really, really excited about the football season. Like, I've not been this excited.
Mate, we're 1 week out.
I think this is when I'm most excited. Like,
before it starts.
Absolutely. Like it's because then it's just an absolute car crash. Yeah, firstly, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's been listening on the podcast, on Spotify or Apple Music. Like, really, really appreciate it. And everyone that subscribed and followed us on and liked our video on YouTube. That's huge. It's I really appreciate it. It's been quite overwhelming this first video. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you. Drop a comment, do the thing. 5 stars. I don't even know what it is anymore. But yes.
Yeah, but I've been busy, man. I didn't know. I knew that many people. I've just been paying everyone £1 just to subscribe.
Yeah.
Mum, Dad, done like 100 follows each. God bless them.
God bless them. Thanks, Mum.
No, it's been great. Thanks, everyone. Let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
We're really excited. On today's show, we're going to be discussing the Community Shield game that happened at the weekend. Will's going to have a lot to say about that, being the big Man United fan that he is. We're going to be announcing our differential team, which is a team made up of players who are owned by less than 10% of the game. So quite excited by that, actually. There's a lot of naughty players in there. It should be interesting. It's most definitely going to outscore our main teams and make us look really bad. It's going to be the worst idea we ever had.
Yes.
Then we will go on to our main teams, how our game week 1 squads are shaping up. We are almost there, but we are recording this Tuesday lunchtime, and there's definitely time for things to change. And then we're going to finish off the episode with another round of Match of the AI.
Got to bring it back.
But first, let's have some listener questions.
Oh, yes.
Thanks again for getting in touch via X with your questions last week. Really appreciate it. First question is from Liam in Basingstoke. He says, what kind of FPL show is this? You lads spent most of the episode giggling and wasting time on entertaining segments. Any chance of some actual tips this week?
Probably not, Liam.
Nah, probably not. Liam, it's a great question. It's a great question, but we're not FPL experts, mate. We do take this game very seriously, though. But that's not why we're here, man. We're here to have a laugh, aren't we, Will?
Yeah, absolutely. I am definitely not an expert in this field, but very, very passionate, very keen.
Yeah. You're going to learn a lot. We'll give you a lot of info. We do know what we're talking about, but this show is here it's a lighter show than what you'd get elsewhere. There's lots of great other FPL experts shows which we can point you to, which we're big fans of, but this one's going to be slightly lighter with some more
a little bit of bedroom evening content as you're going to sleep. I don't know.
Yeah,
depends what you're into, Liam. I guess
maybe it's a show for the ladies.
Maybe
not.
Whatever you're into. Who's next?
Okay, next question. Mate, this is from Spike, aged 14. Oh, is this your nephew? He says he beat you at FPL last season.
Well, yeah, that is probably Spike. I did tell him about the podcast.
He says he beat you.
No, I totally beat him. He's lying. Who are you going to believe?
He goes on to say. He goes on to say, "How about a rematch? I'll take you and your pussy little co-host Dan."
You little cheeky boy.
Mate,
He's
who the hell is this guy?
I mean,
Little.
don't listen to him.
Little. How old is he? 14.
No, he is bigger than us though. So,
mate, he's bigger than 5'8". He's a freak.
abnormally tall.
Mate, that's not cool.
We could take him. We should take him on. I mean,
mate, absolutely, mate. This show needs a nemesis, and this is it. This is our guy, mate.
We'll get him in. We'll get him down. Go on, then. Go on. Let's just take him. We can have him. He's 14. He's 15 next month.
Mate, we were going to do the differential team. Mate, sod it, mate. Let's throw that at him. Yeah. Let's throw that at him. We don't need a full strength team, Spike. Mm-hmm. We'll take you down. We don't even need players that are owned by most people in the game. Do you know what I mean? We'll have all the players that people don't want, and we'll still beat you.
We're going to play our differential team against Spike. He will beat us.
Absolutely. Little.
It's huge.
Name your terms.
Okay, name your terms. Spike. Yeah, all right.
Game on, right? There's going to be a forfeit. Messy. You're going to have to do it, so tread carefully, bro. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
All right, it's on.
Sorry, that went on a little longer than I expected. We've got some. I think that's probably we're going to run over on listener questions. I'm going to quickly just rattle off some. I'm just going to rattle off some feedback that we had. Callum in Bournemouth says, "Great show, guys." Drew in Shrewsbury says, "Fun show. Keep it up, lads." Big Baz says, "Hi, Will." Annie from Lyme Regis, she says, "Oh man, I can't read that out. That is absolute potty mouth."
That's my mum.
That is Will's mum.
She has got the potty mouth. Oh dear.
All right,
good old Annie.
Let's move on. Let's talk Community Shield, shall we, Will? How was it? How was the game?
It was good. I mean, it was okay. I just thought it was a bit cagey. We didn't play great football. It was great to see a half decent side out. We've still got a load of injuries. It's going to be a long season, but City didn't look. We kept them at bay for most of the game. And Garnacho's goal was just that had my heart going.
Yeah, I actually thought you did all right. Like the opening. What was it, like half an hour? It was just all City camped in your box, and it was a hard watch. I was like, "Oh, mate, this is just same old." But then you broke, similar to the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? You kind of broke back and had some good possession, and you had a couple of sweet moves, didn't you? Within about 10 minutes, some really good team moves. Rashford should have done better. It was interesting. And mate, the penalty shootout was brutal.
How do you feel about this going straight to pens, no extra time? Because they're trying to adopt that. They're going to put it into tournament football. You know that?
Well, yes. This has always been this way in Community Shield, and it works because it's a friendly, and I like it. But because I'm all for more football, but usually that half an hour additional football is just like dross most of the time. Do you know what I mean? Because their players are dead on their feet.
I wonder what the statistic is for injuries during that point as well. Like, I bet there probably is a stat.
I think
again, that's a different podcast.
That's a question for another podcast. But yeah, I thought there was promising signs from United. And mate, on that day, you announced like 2 signings, didn't you? On the day, like Delicts over the line.
We had a here we go. We had doubled up here we go in the second half, which was quite impressive.
Who's the other guy, by the way?
Delict, and I know what you're doing. You're just trying to catch me out with.
I didn't think I was going to catch you out so early.
I know I haven't seen it enough. Missouri? No, that's not
okay.
Right.
Whatever his name is, can you tell me where he plays? Again, I'm not trying to catch you out. I'm trying to. What position is he? I don't. I genuinely know nothing about him.
They both came from Bayern Munich, right? It's a double deal. Or was it Bruce?
Is he defender?
Yeah. He can play both. He can play in front of the defence. I put him down as like a John Stones. I put him down as a John Stones.
So there's obviously De Ligt, who's a centre back, right? Is the other guy a centre back?
Nah, we're going to be playing him where Wan-Bissaka. He's been playing right back, isn't he?
Is he? Okay, I don't know.
I think so. Look, he's not even fucking kicked a football yet, but he.
Guys, next week Will's going to come in and he's going to tell us all about this guy because he's stalling too much for my liking.
Honestly, this looks like a Brucey bonus package deal because they've got the same manager, agent. Sorry, De Ligt was our focus, and then this was like a little side tickle that we've managed to get over the line as well.
Who's their agent? Sam Allardyce.
Don't ask me stupid questions like that, Thomas. That's
absurd. Big Sam is their agent, mate.
Big Sam. But it seems like a pretty decent deal. But I mean, honestly, I am Aaron Wan-Bissaka fan. I thought he was great as a right back. The fact that he just wasn't attacking enough is absurd. I thought he locked anyone down on that left channel. Like Gordon didn't have a chance against him at home.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Everyone knows, they always say the exact same thing about him. He's like one of the best guys one-on-one defensively. He's just not great going forward. And obviously United are supposedly an attacking team. That's what they're after. Maybe this new mystery guy who we can't pronounce will be the guy. Diogo Dale may have something to say about that.
Well, I don't know anymore.
Let's touch on some other performances from the game. So yeah, you mentioned Garnacho. He was good, man. He came on late into the game, did the business. A lot of people will be looking at him now for their FPL teams.
Good price.
6.5. There's a lot of good players.
Right.
6.5, man.
And these are the little tickles, right? Where like at the beginning of the season, if they get off to a bit of a flyer, getting that 0.1, 0.2 increase in price and value, that's the stuff I think this season is going to be key for it. Anyway, interesting one.
That's we'll see when we get to my team, but this 6 point, the mid-price midfielders, man, that's killing me because I just want them all. I know. All, man.
I'm with you. I'm so with you.
Erling Haaland, he was quiet in the game. Played the whole game. Took a penalty. Took a good penalty. I know. Back and forth with Anana.
I thought that was great. We were loving that. We were at the pub. We were when we were watching the football together at the pub, and we were just. I think that was pure jokes. Offered him up the whole goal, and then sent him the complete other way, which was great. And Haaland loves that stuff as well. Like he's got a good character, so. Good for them, man. That's what you need, especially in the Community Shield. It's a bit of banter, isn't it? A bit of fun. It's not a real game.
Yeah, he was smiling a lot as he was walking away. That cheeky smile. He was very happy with himself putting it away. But I think the main thing to take away is the fact he did play 90 minutes. So whatever injury or fitness concerns that there were a couple of weeks ago seem to be, non-existent at this point. He's looking good for Chelsea at the weekend.
Agreed.
Anyone else who?
Mainu was obviously just like the most outstanding player. He's bigger. He's put on a little bit of muscle mass. He's the best player in the Premier League at the moment. So
muscle mass, or is that a little bit of holiday weight?
Look, don't talk to me about holiday weight. I'm still carrying Christmas weight from 2017. But
just saying, mate.
Watch this space. I'm going to be trim and proper next. But no. I think he's just bulked up a bit. He's only a baby, so he's just going to get better. He's always impresses me in his position. Ahmad looks good. I want him to start. I want him to start. I want Garnacho on the left. I'd like to see Xerxes. I would really like to see him. I thought we were going to see him at least for a few minutes on Saturday. I understand why they didn't. A few minutes against City, probably not the best idea. I don't know. I mean, I was just, I don't know. I thought
I don't get it, but I thought you didn't have a striker. I get he was playing tactically, and look, it kind of worked. He didn't lose the game, but you've got to still look at it as a bit of a pre-season run out, and
Yeah.
you need to give that guy minutes. If Højlund's injured, he's your only fit striker. Get him some minutes, mate. Bed him in.
Don't forget Obi Martin. We've got the baby on the bench, our third striker.
Obi Martin.
What's his name? That is his name, isn't it?
Obi Martin.
The kid from Arsenal. Don't give me all this shit, Tom. That I'm like that Obi-Wan Kenobi came up.
You're googling him.
Obi Martin.
How many Googles do you reckon we can get Will to do of his own team in this podcast? We're up to two. We're up to two.
It is Obi Martin. See, look, you're just putting so much doubt in me. Like I feel myself getting like tetchy.
You got to own it. You got to own it because I do not know who this guy is.
You not heard about? We stole this kid. He scored 41 goals in one season. He scored 10 in one game, 9 in one game the other day. Do you not know
Where is he playing?
this?
Was he in the Scottish League or what?
He was playing for Arsenal under-19s.
Cool.
I'm just impressed that you don't know something that I know about, which is crazy. And we poached him from Arsenal because he wasn't happy.
What do we think about Marcus Rashford?
I want him to do well. There's something not right though. There's something I'm slightly concerned. I watched what's Gary Neville's program that they do with King Overlap, and I was totally in agreement with them sort of having a conversation that it just seems that there's something not mentally right with him at the moment. I just to the point that it's actually beginning to get quite worrying. He just doesn't seem like him. And it's really sad because we all know, whether you're a United fan or not, we all know how good he is. And it's a shame because it's just never great to see, he's still young. He's still 28, if that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it must be. And it wasn't that long ago. Wasn't that long ago when he had a fantastic season. The season before last,
205 points.
Yeah, he was like 6.5 million, and he was in everybody's teams at the end of the season. And on the back of that, I had him in my first draft for Gameweek 1, my first team, and that ended up screwing me massively, as it happens, because he was terrible. Same. But he's got it in his locker. He just needs to unlock whatever it is that makes him tick, and because he could be a major asset.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Rude might do something for him. Maybe I don't know. I've got
to say, like, this isn't a great thing for a Liverpool fan to say, but I'm loving seeing Rude on the bench, mate. He's just some business specimen.
There's business been done at United this summer. Early, quick business. I don't think it's over. Not just the players on the pitch, but the backroom staff, which is where it needed to start. It's slow baby steps. If we hit top 4 this season, incredible. Realistically, I think there's too many strong teams out there. I don't. Yeah. So, and then after that, if we're all going to be fighting for 4th, then you could be 7th, because it's all going to be that close, So
yeah.
Anyway,
tight, mate. It'll be tight.
It's going to be tight. I'm looking forward to it though. We're here for the long run. So yes.
Okay, mate. Let's do it. Let's see how the teams are looking, mate. Yeah,
okay,
so guys,
game
week 1 is almost upon us. This is, like I said, this is Tuesday. Games kick off on Friday night. How's it feeling, Will?
It's feeling okay. As I said earlier, I am changing still. It's still going to change up until Friday for sure, because realistically, I'm strong in certain areas and I feel like I should change things. I don't have Haaland, and I'm worried. And anyone that's not got Haaland is worried, and I don't care what they say. So I'll just rattle through them, same as last time. So in goal, I've made a little switch up. I've now, as I said, I wasn't going to stick with Wolves, Nottingham Forest goalkeepers, and I'm still just unsure. And then I just thought a nice, easy way to get into the Arsenal defence is getting Raya in. So I've got Raya and Turner in goal. And then in defence, I have Gvardiol, Alexander-Arnold, Pedro Porro. And then on the bench, I've got Barco and Harwood-Bellis. Stuck with Alexander-Arnold and Gvardiol and Barco. but Pedro Porro's come in, so I've just gone for like as much of an attacking. It's a very powerful defense there, and
It's big at the back. It's big at the back, mate.
it's big as you can get.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
So I don't know about that. I'm Trent. Trent's a tricky one. You've got such great fixtures off the bat, and I just don't know where he's going to play. And if he scores big, I'm going to kick myself. But he's got such quite. I know, stupidly said last time he was a steal. He was a steal in comparison to last season when he was an extra mil on top or whatever he was.
Million and a half, yeah.
It was a million and a half. Thanks. But 7 mil is still obviously a huge amount of money tied up in one player.
Yeah. Let's not forget, he is still the most expensive defender in the game
Right.
by $1 million.
Right. So I'm not sure. I just like those fixtures, but maybe I try and dial into Liverpool's defence another way. So in the midfield, I've got Gordon, Eze, Mo Salah, obviously, Saka, and on the bench, I've got Ahmed for Manchester United, because if he starts and at 5 and he has a decent, we've got a good couple of games coming up, it could be tasty to make those little 0.1s.
Yeah, he's had a great pre-season, got a couple of goals, did really well.
Yeah, so who knows? And he's got that bit between his teeth, he wants it. Unlike,
I caught it. There was a moment on the City game where I can't remember what he did. He did something good, a little bit of skill or a decent shot, and then he caught himself on like the big screen and was just kind of smiling and nodding to himself. He's like, "Yeah."
He's still that young, like he's out there playing football for his mates to be like, just see me dazzle, But So up front I've got Isaac, and I've brought in Solanke, the new Tottenham Hotspur striker, and Muniz for Fulham, and that's the lot. So Isaac, obviously, everyone's got him 50 something still. Solanke is an interesting one because if you remember before, TK, I had Son in there as a differential, but now that we know that they've got a proper striker up front, I changed it around. I thought I'd bring in Solanke. Tottenham's fixtures aren't too bad. Let's see what it's got. I don't know. Decent. Could be interesting. Yeah. Could hit the ground running there with Son and Maddison giving through balls that he plays off that front foot, like he will break the line, and that's exciting, I think, for Tottenham. So we'll see.
He's good, mate. He's good. I like your team. I love your back line. I don't know if it's a good idea investing that much in your back line, but it's something that it's something that I've been thinking about as well. Obviously, mate, I'm not going to tell you ever not to get Trent Alexander-Arnold. I would. He's not in my team, but man, I would love him to be in my team. It's quite impressive. Obviously, this is the type of team you get if you don't have Haaland in your team. Vardiel, amazing. Pedro Porro, these are all great attacking players who are going to be barking up the tree for bonus points every week, just for the attacking play that they're going to be given each week. You've got 3 England players in the midfield, which we discussed last week. I think you're safe on those 3. They've all been playing. They've all had minutes now. I was a little bit worried about Eze, but he played the last pre-season game. I believe Palace lost from memory, but still he got a run out. So I imagine he'll be playing because he's their main player. He's their big boy, isn't he? He'll definitely be playing. Gordon scored on his pre-season game that he played. I think they won 4-1. So he'll be in, you would think. And then Solanke. Yeah. I at the moment, it's hard to make out whether that's what we're going to get from Solanke. Do you know what I mean? Whether he's the same asset that he was at Bournemouth. Obviously, you've got to remember now, he was on penalties at Bournemouth. He won't be on penalties at Spurs.
He might be.
I doubt it. He might be, but you're going to have to tell Sonny that he can't take penalties, and you're going to tell that beautiful face.
He's the kind of guy to just be like, "You have it. You need the goals for Tottenham. I've got loads."
Yeah, but if he picks up the ball first, if Sonny's got the ball,
you can't
you're
take
not
it
going
off
to take it off him.
Yeah, and he's club captain now. Club captain, he was announced the other day, wasn't he? So the only thing is, the one thing that I'm thinking though, and you're not going to like this, is one of the changes that I really, really feel like I have to make is getting rid of Saka. And I know it sounds mad because he scores so many points each season. He doesn't do anything for me. But if I don't have him in the side, he's going to punish me like a little naughty child, which I basically am. And I don't like their fixtures coming up. I can't not have an Arsenal attacking threat. So, but then if I don't have him, then that's a lot of money. There's so many other great players that I would want to go for. 10 million. He's another 10.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pricey. Salah and Saka in midfield. That's a big chunk of cash on those two players. But mate, it's a really strong team. So at the moment, what would you say are who's locked and who's still up in the air? Who could come out of this team? Do you think?
I really liked having Raya. The move to switch things around and getting Raya in goal is sitting very well with me because I didn't have any Arsenal defence. But it's the cheapest way to get into the Arsenal defence as a starter. Agreed. So he's locked. Gvardiol is locked. Salah is locked. And Isaac and Muniz is locked. They're locked. The rest I could change. The rest could all change. But I can't really change much of the 4.0s, obviously, because they're just what they are. So Pedro Porro could switch, and then I just strengthen maybe in midfield. I really, really want, but I'm not too crazy, going too crazy because we haven't seen enough yet. But I really want Chelsea's guy. What's his name? Nkunku. I really want him because we saw how dangerous he was a couple of seasons ago in the Bundesliga, and he will score points if he stays fit. And he looked great pre-season, didn't he? So
he did look great. Unfortunately, he didn't. So Chelsea, I can't remember. They either drew or they lost to Inter in their last pre-season game. And Nkunku came. He was on the bench for the first half. Came off the bench for the second half, and he didn't get a penalty. I think most of his goals in pre-season have been penalties. As he didn't get a goal, quite a few people have gone a little bit cold on him. Just from one game. That is so classic of FPL. In the opening games of the season, any games you see, everyone's so scared about their first draft, their first team. As soon as someone doesn't perform, they're out. They're gone. Yeah.
It's so true. Like, you've just got to get rid of them. But it's nerve-wracking, this first one, because you just really, really want to get off to a good start, don't you?
Yeah.
You really
and also with Nkunku, they're playing Man City first game.
Absolutely. So, but then after that, those fixtures are so good. They are so good. But anyway, we'll see. Anyway, that's enough about my team. I feel like we've been talking about my team for too long.
Let's go on to mine.
Yes, sir.
So what I've got here is... So I've also got Raya in goal. Danny Ward is back up. He is not going to play. I've got Pedro Porro. I've got Vardiol. I've got Anthony Robinson. I've got Cancer for Liverpool, man. He's my newest addition.
Yeah.
And I've got Bednarek, who's Southampton 4.0. I've ditched Howard Bellis just because, although he is playing, I think it's just a matter of time. Like you say, highly owned. It's just a matter of time till people start getting rid of him, like on that first wild card or whatever. And he's gonna be like a 3.9, 3.8 before you know it. So I'm just covering myself going forward.
Interesting.
I don't want to touch him. And obviously it was the same with Barco as well. I took him out because I saw Brighton were looking at buying a left back. And I was
really?
Okay. But they haven't as yet, and Barco will start. But again, it was just a 3.9 waiting to happen, I thought. So I've just gone Bednarek. He's really lowly owned, and his 4.0 is locked. You know what I mean?
Good. Good. Didn't think about that.
And then midfield, I've got Gordon, I've got Garnacho, I've got Smith Rowe, and then I've got Luis Diaz, and I've got Diego Jota the Slotter in midfield. And so you will notice now, for those who are good at maths, that is 3 Liverpool players in my team.
Shock,
Yeah,
Thomas.
yeah. I mean, death, taxes, and triple Liverpool for in TK's team is not a massive surprise. And mate, there's reasons for this. There's reasons for this. Although I'm absolutely biased, um, you've got to just look at, like, I've almost had to kind of step away and just look at the fixtures, whether it's Liverpool or not. Liverpool have the best fixtures. There's loads of other players who I've been playing around with who I'd love to get in my team. The likes of Eze, the likes of Nkunku, the likes of Bob. Like I think he's going to do well at Chelsea. He's just a slight unknown, and you never know what you're going to get with Chelsea. Oscar Bob could definitely still find his way back into this team. But I just thought, look,
Oscar
I can have
Bobb's with
Liverpool.
Chelsea?
No, against Chelsea.
Against Chelsea. Sorry, I thought you
Yeah.
said that for Chelsea then. Yeah, right,
No,
gotcha.
no. So he's got Chelsea first game, and
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Chelsea don't improve to what we've seen so far in pre-season, that could be a rout from City. And Oscar Bob is start. I think Jack Grealish picked up a little bit of
Still
an
injured.
injury.
Yeah, he's injured for a little while
So
now.
it looks like Oscar Bob's going to play, and he could do well. He was unlucky not to get a goal against United, wasn't he? He had a lovely bit of play where he cut inside and just put it over. So yeah, I've gone biased. I've gone big on Liverpool, but I think come game week 3 or 4, you'll probably see these guys actually coming out of my team. Jota's good to start, but you'd think that he's going to get swapped out for Darwin and Gakpo. His minutes aren't guaranteed, and I think once you get into like game week 3, I'm going to be looking towards Aston Villa because they've got great fixtures after the first couple. If I quickly just dive into my strikers to complete my team, Isak, Solanke, and Haaland. So with the front 3, last week you'll remember that I was team. Obviously, I was team Egyptian King, and I had Salah, and I didn't have Haaland. I've just decided that Chelsea are too poor, and Liverpool are still a bit of an unknown. From what I watched the Sevilla game, the friendly, and Salah was super wide. He was hugging that touchline the whole game, and I just don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be like the main man threat that he has been previous seasons, where he's cutting inside and he's always going to be asking for the ball, wanting the ball in dangerous areas. I think he's going to be more provider, and for me, that's fine. He looks super sharp, by the way. Like,
He
he
does.
looked fantastic. And
He's
mate,
in great shape as well.
and this is coming from me. I was one of the first people to say I didn't think he looked great last season, but he looks sharp. He looks at it. New haircut or no new haircut, he still looks fantastic, and he looks really up for it, raring to go. When he did get the ball, he looks super dangerous. So he's going to do stuff. I just don't think he's worth that price tag anymore. And I think going Diego Jota, I could probably go against him. Do you know what I mean? By saving myself that money, I think Diego could still outscore him. And I'm going to throw Luis Diaz in as well, because although he is out on the wing, he's cutting inside and still banging in goals, and he's got more energy than Salah at the moment. He's got the silky touches. He's getting goals. I like him. They're 7.5 million midfielders compared to 12.51. I like it. And Erling Haaland, man, I just feel better having him in my team. Just feel better having him in for game week 1.
It's as simple as that, isn't it? It is that simple to be like, if you want to go against him, you're taking life into your own hands. Because the guy is dangerous, man.
Yeah. You just got to remember, guys, that at this point in the season, you don't want to go too rogue. You need to just play it safe for this first couple of weeks, man. Don't put yourself out of the race before the season's even begun because you've like left out Salah and Haaland. Like, it's good to go template early on and then see who's doing well and see who can pick up on differentials. Let's see how our differential team gets on. Do you know what I mean? We'll be able to tell you who's doing so well.
Yeah, true. It's tricky, very tricky. I like it. I do. As you play instantly, this is going to be a reoccurring thing. Is we're going to do this, Tom, and then I'm going to be like, oh, he's made really, really good points there. I think I should change stuff.
Mate, if we're chatting every week, we're going to have similar teams. It's bound to happen.
Yeah,
but
do you know what?
I do quite like that we are Salah versus Haaland essentially.
Yeah, that might change.
Yeah.
But what,
putting the pressure on you to keep Salah.
One thing that I really like, I think I mentioned this earlier to you, Quansah, I don't know anything about, but he's been brought in a lot. I mean, let's see if I can quickly find it.
The thing is with Jarell Quansah is he's playing. He's the kind of, so obviously we've got Konate who could play instead at centre back with VVD, but Quansah he's better on the ball, which Slot will like. So we think he's going to play. And I really wanted Anderson of Palace at the back. I really didn't want to take him out.
Yeah.
But again, I just looked at the fixtures. I think Quansah could come out and Anderson could come back in a couple of weeks. Like I say, although I've gone big on Liverpool, I think most of them could be out by game week 3. And I'm just targeting those first 2 games, Ipswich and Brentford. Brentford's at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. I like it. Go on.
I was to say the other player that I was trying to shoehorn in, but I was like 0.5 out all the time, was Smith Rowe, because he is a great player. And whenever I only saw him a few times at Arsenal, but he was always like had it. What's the saying? He passed the eye test every time. He passed the eye test, and I was like, I like him. And he's obviously not getting minutes there, so Fulham have snapped him up, and I think he could have a really good time there. And Fulham, they're never easy, are they? They're never, and they've got some fantastic fixtures coming up. United away, and then it's Leicester, Ipswich, West Ham, Newcastle. I mean, that's tasty.
I saw something on like Fulham socials this morning, like Fulham fans going, "He scored 2 goals in only 1.5 games."
Excellent. Is that how they speak, Fulham fans?
Yeah, sorry, Fulham fans. That's 2 goals in 2 games.
It's pretty. Still, I like it. It's good stats.
But yeah, he looks. Yeah, if he plays every week, which he will if he's fit, then he'll do well. He'll do well. So that's where we're at the moment, everybody. Like I say, there'll be some changes, I imagine, particularly in Will's corner. I think.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to, stay up to date, I'm sure we'll tweet out our teams on Friday evening. I guess it will be So,
have you got plans for the game, mate?
Me and Spike, we're going to go to the pub, our local pub, and watch it. But I must admit.
Spike
on Saturday, Spike.
Mate,
Spike.
I don't want you hanging out with this guy. Right?
I must admit, after Saturday though, I might have been just a little bit tipsy on Saturday. By the time the pens came, I think I was quite.
I could vouch for that. I text Will after the game, guys. Just like being that shoulder to cry on, mate. I was like, "Man, I'm sorry about the game. Nana made some bad decisions." Will was having none of it. He came out on the attack. He's just blamed it all on Johnny Evans. It's like, mate, don't blame Johnny, you poor guy.
It was a bad pen. It was a bad pen. It's not even come down yet.
It was like pen number 16 or something. Like, shouldn't have. Like, he would never wanted to be taking it.
Onana should have had it. Onana can hit pens for days. Anyway, let's not go into it. But yeah, I did tell you.
He was rowdy. Rowdy told me to F off.
Johnny Evans, as I said, I had a bit between the two. So yeah, Friday we're going to watch it down there. Probably have some dinner, nice chilled out. But yeah, I will send you. We'll tweet out some photos of me and the boy Wonder.
Yeah, obviously I hate him. But just can you find out? Like, I want you to discuss what the terms are. There needs
I
to be
will
a
do.
forfeit for this,
I
right?
will
We're going to
do.
make a thing out of this. We'll make this feature. Call it "Take Will and Tom Take on a Team."
It's a bit.
Working title. Working title. Working
It's a
title.
bit. It's a bit
I'll think on
risky.
it.
Yeah, you think we better think on that one. But I do
Working
like
title.
it. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, that's what I'll be. Where are you going to watch it? Are you going to watch it? Or are you just not going to bother?
I'll still be in France. I will watch it so that I don't have to hang out with my family, who can probably hear me next door. And then Saturday, I'm flying back. I'm going to miss most of the games, but I'll be back in time for match of the day.
First match of the day
Right.
of the season. Yes.
So let's very quickly. We're not going to go into reasoning or anything. I just want to just go through what the team is going to be to take on Spike for game week 1. I've got it here in front of me.
I do.
Stand by. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. So this is a differential team. We will just have to keep our eyes on this to see how, if anyone goes over 10% owned, and then we'll have to transfer them out. But at the moment, we have got. So one thing to just say outright is this team is not shy of cash. By the way,
but surely if we go over, if they start at 10, that's fine. Why have I just done a little?
This is a differential team. This is a differential team. Put your thumb away, right?
This.
The deal with this, guys, is the only players we can have in this, because this is a team that we are suggesting to you, the viewer, the listener, that you could have in your team as differentials. They might do you well. If we've got anyone in here who isn't a differential, then they don't deserve to be in this team. So as soon as someone hits 10%, they're coming out. At the moment, we have got Leno of Fulham in goal, Onana of Man United, a little bit of rotation there. We've got Anthony Robertson of Fulham. We've got Robbo of Liverpool, Andrew Robertson. We've got double City defence in Akanji and Ruben. And we've also got the new Arsenal centre-back / left-back, Calafiori. Hoping he starts, because I think he's going to be good in a little cheeky little differential. I think he was like 2% owned when I last saw. So that's the defence. In midfield, we've got Bailey of Villa. We've got Jota the Slotter. We've got KDB, who I never thought I'd say in my life that is a differential right now.
7.2.
We've got Marcus Rashford, who is definitely a William pick. I don't know if he's going to make it.
I want to change him.
All right. We might change him. He's going to come out. Another one's going to come out after Bowen. We've got Bowen. He's going to stay in. Up front, we've got Jesus. We've got Gakpo, and we've got Xerxes. So there's some questions. Gakpo and Xerxes are probably ones we need to think about as well. This is where we're at the moment. Obviously, we are limited to differentials. We will post this out on Friday. So we'll be sending out our teams on X. We'll do our differential team and our hero game week 1 teams.
And
I think at the moment,
I'll get Spike to send in his team as well, so we can. So it's all fair and square. So there's no cheating going on.
Sounds good. So guys, while we're here, you can join our mini league. If you've obviously heard our teams, we'd like to see your teams. If you think you do a better job than we can, join our mini league. The code is MUOMWR. We will do the manager of the month will get a shout out on the podcast, and we'll do a mystery prize for the winner, just like the mystery chip. We don't know what it is yet, but there will be a prize. So yeah, get involved. We'd love to see you on there. Now, that leaves, I think that rounds everything up and leaves only the most exciting segment in podcast entertainment. It's Match of the Day.
Aye.
So, this week Last week we did Prime Liverpool, All-Star Liverpool versus All-Star United. My All-Star Liverpool team won the first game. This week we've gone no holds barred. This is an all-out All-Star team, the best of the best. Let's see where we land with this. 5. So guys, just to remind everybody, we will pick 5 players each. Will type it into his ChatGPT. He will say which team is the best team, and can you simulate a game for us? And last week we saw some heroics from Jerzy Dudek and Jari Litmanen to beat off. To get a convincing victory against.
Who did he beat off, Tom?
To get a convincing victory against Manchester United wannabes.
The whole team. He beat off the whole team. Hero.
Jerzy Dudek's got big hands.
Got big hands.
So, all-star teams. What are we calling these 2 all-star teams, Will?
Well, let's just go like holiday all-stars versus home all-stars.
Deal. Let's do it. Okay, so you can pick first as you lost last week.
Okay, fine. In goal, I have Neuer.
Decent. I'm going to go Buffon.
Sure. Defence, I've got Roberto Carlos.
It's good. It's really good. It's really good. I'm going to skip defence for now. I'm going to go straight into midfield and gain the upper hand with Ronaldinho.
Fine. I've got Iniesta.
Yeah, great. Yeah, he was going to be one of my picks as well. Alright. I'm just going to get more tactical. I'm going to go straight for striker. I'm going to go Zlatan.
I'll stick with the midfield. I'll go Zizou.
Zidane. I should have done that. He was on my list as well. Mate, can I just use Gerrard again? Because I mean, he's the best.
If you want to.
No, I'll mix it up. Give me Andrea Pirlo, please.
Okay, well I'm gonna go 1997 Inter Milan R9.
Yeah. All right, fine. Obviously, so that leaves only one pick for me. And well, I want to see what ChatGPT is capable of. I want to have at centre back. I want to have Vincent Jones, formerly of
The Crazy Gang
at Wimbledon, right? But I want you to please tell ChatGPT that before the game kicked off in the locker room, Vinny has overheard the other team bad-mouthing his wife, and he couldn't be more upset about it. He is furious. I just want that little seed to be planted before he goes onto the pitch. All right, let's see what ChatGPT's got.
Okay, this could go very strangely.
Yeah,
but I'm in. All right,
he couldn't be more upset.
He couldn't be more
imagine. He was really looking forward to this game. And now he's only gone and heard R9. He does understand Portuguese, unlucky for Vinny, and he is absolutely furious now.
Okay, we've logged it. It's being typed out. I'm not looking at it. Okay, here we go. First half. The match begins with the Holiday All-Stars taking the first touch. Pirlo and Ronaldinho start their trademark flair, whilst Vinnie Jones is already eyeing up his opponents with a look of fierce determination. 6 minute early tension. Vinnie Jones, fueled by fury, goes in hard on Zinedine Zidane, leaving the French maestros falling all over the ground. The referees issue a stern warning, but Jones brushes it off, clearly out to make a statement. This is already... 12th minute, Holiday All-Stars on the attack. Ronaldinho with his dazzling footwork dances past Iniesta and delivers a perfect pass to Zatalan. Attempts a spectacular overhead kick, but Neuer reacts with a stunning save, denying an early lead. 20th minute, home side also strike.
1 second. Did you just refer to Zlatan Ibrahimovic as Zlatalan?
Zlatan.
Zatalan.
Zatalan. I probably did. Matalan. The Matalan Maestro, Zatalan. Right in the zone. Right, 20th minute, home All-Stars strike. Zinedine Zidane recovers from Jones's earlier challenge and finds Roberto Carlos on the left. The Brazilian whips in across, and Ronaldo, with a burst of pace, heads powerfully into the back of the net. Goal! Oh. He's just turned that net into a trampoline, and the ball is bouncing with joy. Ronaldo puts the home All-Stars ahead. Oh god!
Oh mate,
I'm sweating.
I forgot about those little nuggets after the goals.
Okay, 28th minute, instant response, not to be outdone. Ronaldinho picks up the ball in midfield and threads a delightful pass to Ibrahimovic. Zlatan controls it with his chest and fires a rocket into the top corner. Goal! He's hit that like reply. He's hit that like he was trying to swat a fly with a sledgehammer. Ibrahimovic levels the score with an absolute screamer.
Come on.
35th minute, fiery encounter. I think we know where this is going. Jones, still seething, clatters into Ronaldo with a crunching tackle. The crowd gasps as the referee reaches for his pocket, but Jones escapes with just a yellow card. The tension is palpable. 42nd minute, magic from Iniesta. Iniesta weaves through the midfield, leaving defenders in his wake. He slips a clever pass to Zidane, who controls it effortlessly before curling a shot towards the far post. Buffon, with cat-like reflexes, tips it past the post and keeps the scores level. And we are at half-time.
That was, I don't know about you, mate. My heart is just going, mate.
I'm worried for the players on the pitch.
I feel like I need a toilet break. Vinny's still on the field, which is the main thing, thank God. So who we got? We got goals from R9 and Zlatan. Zatalan, as he's now known. Zatalan. No,
yeah, and he scored a bicycle kick, which sounds rather spectacular.
Yeah, that's what he does. Right, fire over the second half to me and let's get this wrapped up. Okay.
I'm not going to read it.
Here we go. Are you ready? Second half, 1-1.
Yes,
second half, 50th minute. Lightning starts. The home All-Stars come out firing with Zidane and Iniesta dictating the pace. Ronaldo finds himself in space and unleashes a thunderbolt of a shot, but Buffon flies across the goal to make an incredible save. 58th minute, Ronaldinho's trickery. Ronaldinho. That doesn't make sense. Ronaldinho, his trickery, ever the showman, flicks the ball over Roberto Carlos's head, sprints down the wing. His cross finds Ibrahimovic, who volleys with power, but Neuer somehow gets a hand to it, pushing it onto the post. 65th minute. Vinny's vengeance. Vinny Jones. Still fuming. He catches Iniesta with a late challenge. The referee has no choice this time and brandishes a red card. Jones leaves the pitch to a mix of boos and cheers, clearly unrepentant. 72nd minute, home All-Stars press with the Holiday All-Stars down to 10 men. Home All-Stars push forward. Roberto Carlos powers down the flank, delivers a low cross. Ronaldo meets it first time, smashing it into the bottom corner. Goal.
R9. R9. Come on.
That was filthier than a teenager's browser history. Ronaldo gives the home All-Stars the lead once again. Score 2-1. 80th minute. Holiday All-Stars fight back. Despite being a man down, Holiday All-Stars refuse to back down. Pirlo takes control of midfield and his pinpoint pass finds Ronaldinho. The Brazilian jinks past two defenders and slots the ball coolly past Neuer. Goal! Oh. Come on, 2-2. 10 men.
I'm off it.
He's given the defenders the slip, cheekier than a naughty wink.
Sure.
Okay. 87th minute. Zidane's last stand with the game drawing to a close. Zidane takes matters into his own hand. He glides past Pirlo, fires a shot from distance. The ball swerves dramatically, but Buffon is there again, making a world-class save to keep the scoreline intact. Final whistle, William. Final whistle. The referee blows the whistle, bringing an end to an enthralling match. Both teams have shown their class, delivering a contest that will be remembered for years.
Penalties? So, do we do pens?
Just, mate, fire it up. Penalty shootout. Go, go, go. This has also never been done before. Mate, I love that Vinnie Jones, it took it into consideration, mate. We can do a lot with this. We can do a lot with this. Vinnie Jones getting sent off in typical Vinnie fashion. You can't be bad-mouthing Vinnie Jones's misses before a game. You're gonna get hurt, aren't you?
Okay,
some cracking goals in there. Okay.
Honestly, great game. We would like a penalty shootout to settle it.
Here we go. Take it away, Will.
Penalty shootout. Holiday All-Stars versus Home All-Stars. The tension is unbearable. Both teams line up for a penalty shootout to decide this epic encounter. I'm just going to skip this bit. First penalty to the Holiday All-Stars. Ibrahimovic.
It's got to be.
Steps up with his usual swagger. He eyes Neuer, takes a deep breath, and he powers it into the top corner. That's a goal. No doubt. He turned that ball into a fireball, and he set the pitch ablaze. Holiday All-Stars go ahead. Okay, first penalty for the Home All-Stars. Ronaldo, R9. Ronaldo approaches the spot. His eyes locked with Buffon. He calmly sends Buffon the wrong way, slotting it into the bottom corner. That's 1-1. That's 1-1. Okay.
Fancy Buffon there. Buffon's had a great game. Buffon's had a great game.
He sickled that one in like a saucy seaside postcard. What are these about?
I think we could probably skip these for the penalty shootout.
Second penalty, Holiday All-Stars. Pirlo steps up. Pirlo, the master of composure, steps forward. He delicately chips the ball, executing a perfect
Pananka. Yeah.
Unbelievable goal. Of course he did. Okay, so that's 2-1 All-Stars. Second penalty for the Home All-Stars. Zizou. Zidane walks up with the weight of history. Zidane walks up with the weight of history on his shoulders. He drives the ball hard and low into the bottom left-hand corner. And it's another goal. It's 2-2. It's heating up. Third penalty is Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho, with a smile on his face, casually rolls the ball into the net after sending Neuer the wrong way. Easy. Another goal, so that's 3-2 to Holiday All-Stars. Third penalty, Holiday All-Stars. Iniesta steps up, calm as ever. He places the ball with surgical precision into the top corner. We're all equal again. It seems to have done something quite peculiar because Vinnie Jones has been sent off. It seems that Vinnie Jones has been allowed back on to have a pen.
Right, if Vinnie Jones asks for a penalty, we're going to give him a penalty, right? He's had a tough day as it is. And mate, who are we to argue with artificial intelligence? They're going to be ruling the world one day. If this is how they want to do things, I'm all for it. Let's see this pen.
Fourth penalty, Jones, still simmering with anger, hammers the ball straight down the middle with power. Neuer dives to his right, but the ball slams into the back of the net. That's a goal.
Go on, Vinny. My guy.
4-3. Penalty, Home All-Stars, Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos steps up, known for his thunderous strike. He takes a few steps back and unleashes an absolute rocket into the top corner. Buffon gets a hand to it, but the power is way too much. Another goal at 4-4. Fifth penalty, Home All-Stars. Buffon steps up. Buffon, the goalkeeper, steps up to take a final penalty for his team. He stares down Neuer and then calmly places the ball into the bottom corner, sending Neuer the wrong way. That's a goal. Fifth penalty.
Come on.
For the home All-Stars.
Surely.
Neuer steps up. So it's now Neuer's turn. So it's up to Neuer to keep his team in the game. He confidently steps up, knowing he must score. Neuer strokes the ball low and hard, but Buffon guesses correctly and dives to his left, getting a strong hand to it and pushing it away.
Yes! Come on!
Final score, 5-4, Holiday All-Stars.
Listen, mate, before we go any further, I know what you're going to say. And this is match of the AI. So whatever you've got to say is irrelevant about Vinnie Jones coming back onto the pitch after he's been sent off.
It's fine.
We're playing by their rules. And I won the game fair and square. It's 2-1 to Tom. No, 2-0. It's 2-0,
man.
To Tom. And that is the end of another show. Unlucky William, as always, next week. Maybe we'll ask the listeners what they want to do. No, I think it's only fair that maybe you've got a little caveat to one of your players next week, because Vinnie Jones was up to all kinds of mischief in this game.
I don't know how that could have worked out for you. It somehow has worked out. But yeah, I think we'll have a little think. Let us know in the comments or on social media. We're on all the different social media platforms. Give us a shout what you reckon we should do for Match That AI, and maybe we'll pick your choice.
So yeah, that brings the show to an end, everyone. We want to say really appreciate you taking the time to tune in today and be with us. Really enjoyed ourselves, haven't we, William?
Absolutely. Love it. Really enjoying it. So yeah, thank you all. As Tom said, thank you all so much for taking the time out to have a little watch. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, or listening. If you are on the podcast, then give us those 5 stars. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. That's a wrap. Hit it. Right, I'm getting in the pool. I'll see you later.